Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Yana. This is The Scented. As the name suggests, we talk mostly about fragrances. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing a side-by-side comparison of Chloe Nomade and Chloe Nomade Absolu. And I'll tell you guys differences in scent profile, in performance, in longevity, and whether it's worth it to have both. I'll tell you my personal preference and all the things I normally do when I do a comparison video. So that's basically the plan for today, and let's get right into it. I am wearing both of these fragrances today. I should hold them this way because I'm wearing the Absolu on my left hand and the original Chloe Nomade on my right hand. Obviously, I have had a lot more time with the original Chloe Nomade, as you can see by the bottle, but I did buy a used bottle, so this wasn't 100% full when I got it, in my defense. I didn't go through all of this on my own. And this one is pretty much brand new. I've worn it a handful of times, enough to formulate an opinion. So I guess the first thing we're going to talk about is the scent profile. The scent profile is quite similar. So the Absolu, and I sprayed this one a while ago, so I will respray them. The Absolu has a simplified note profile. It has the Mirabelle plum. It has lots and lots of oak moss. It has Divana, which is like an evergreen smell. It has sandalwood and musk, as far as I recall. While the original Chloe has way more notes. It has a lot of florals. It has rose, jasmine. It has peach. You really smell that peach along with the Mirabelle plum. It has the oak moss. It has a lot more complex note profile. It has freesia that you can really smell. So basically the main difference is that obviously the Nomade Absolu has more of a strong, pungent, oak mossy smell. It really packs quite a punch. It has more of this like foresty smell. It definitely has this like evergreen scent, which you get from the Divana. The Nomade, the original one, it's more floral and light, and I would see it perfect for spring and summer, even like venturing into fall. So like right now is the perfect time for me to wear this. It's quite fresh, it's airy, it still gives you this like light foresty vibe, but it's a lot airier and it's a lot more kind of girly, and it's very hippie chic. I've always called this fragrance very hippie chic vibes, and it looks like the bag from Chloe. The shape of it is very much like that bag, and I'm pretty sure that's what they used as the inspiration for the bottle. So it's meant to have this like kind of traveler hippie chic vibe, and it really does smell that way. In a very, very beautiful way. Like, it just smells like you're a free spirit. Like, it really smells the way that you would imagine someone with that personality to smell. To me, it really smells like you're having a nice stroll through a forest and you're eating a very juicy yellow plum. They both have that effect, this foresty yellow plum scent. The Absolu has definitely more of this like sweetness, more of a pungent, sweet, plummy smell along with that oak moss and evergreen scent. It's more dense. It's not as airy, and I would say it's more of a fall winter scent. It does still have this like traveler hippie chic vibe for sure, but it cuts out all the florals. So you get none of the freesia or the rose or any of these like light, airy springtime florals that you get in the Nomade. And you don't get the peach. The Nomade has a nice strong peach note, which I really get, and I think it's really pretty. So all of that being said, I would say that the original Chloe Nomade is spring, summer, early fall, whereas the Absolu is more of like a fall, even like maybe early winter scent. You could probably even wear it all the way through winter. And I could see this even being appropriate during Christmas season because of this like beautiful foresty evergreen scent that it offers. So in terms of performance, in terms of longevity, I'm going to say that I do find them to be extremely similar in longevity. In fact, for me, on my skin, the original Chloe Nomade actually lasts a little bit longer. It does. It lasts probably an hour to 2 hours longer, and it does actually project, for me, more. I'm basing this on me wearing it frequently to the office and people noticing more when I wear the original Chloe Nomade versus the Absolu. I've worn them equal amounts of times to the office. I get noticed with the Absolu sometimes. I get noticed with the original Chloe Nomade always. Always. Like, actually, there has not been a day that I've worn it that somebody didn't say to me, that smells really nice. And it is a compliment getter. So I spray equal amounts of them. Like, I spray a lot. I'm a big time sprayer. And it seems like the scent bubble from the Absolu is actually smaller. But I smell it more on myself. So when I wear it, it kind of starts to interfere with other things that I'm doing because I do spray a lot. If I smell the Absolu all the time, like, it's strong in my little bubble. It seems. It doesn't project so much that my coworkers can smell it. So that can be a good or a bad thing. Because if you don't want people to smell you in your office, but you want to smell yourself strong, that's perfect for that. For me, I do want people to smell me. And my coworker actually fell in love with this fragrance. And she really likes oak moss. So that is one that she put on her wish list because I wore it several times. So yeah, longevity, the original Chloe Nomade wins for me. And projection, the original Chloe Nomade wins for me. In terms of scent profile, I love them both. I have to say, I love them both. And when I'm in the mood for more of this like foresty, evergreen, like wet forest floor smell, I'll go for the Absolu. And for the cooler weather, I'll go for the Absolu. But it is definitely less airy and more strong. Like, it really does pack a punch. Personal preference, marginally, the original Chloe Nomade, because I like the airiness and the floral touches. I like that little bit of peachiness. I keep coming back and wanting to smell it more and more. I think that it's more complex. It's more of an interesting composition. They're both interesting, but this one's a little bit more multifaceted, which I really enjoy. But honestly, is it worth having both? Yeah, I would say yes. Because it's a seasonal thing. Like, this one, the original, is a spring-summer, where this one really is a fall-winter. I do not reach for the original in the fall-winter. I just don't. But the Absolu, I definitely would. I would gravitate towards it more in the fall-winter, for sure. And so for the seasonal reason, I would say it is worth having both. But the scent profiles are extremely similar. It's just one is quite dense. It's rich, it's heavy, and it could be very overpowering in the spring, summer. So for that reason, yes, it is worth having both, but you have to decide for yourself. So I hope I've given you guys a really good breakdown of the differences and the similarities in them. I hope you have a good idea of what they smell like. I think this is the best release from Chloe. I don't typically gravitate towards that house in general, but I think that Nomad is outstanding. I think it's one of their more creative fragrances, and I really love it. I loved it from the first moment that I smelled it. It's so good. It's really good. It's such a beautiful fragrance. And yeah, so I definitely do recommend the fragrance. I think it's a really well performing fragrance, whether you go for the Absolu or the original. And I have not tried the Eau de Toilette, so let me know how that one compares. If you guys have tried it, that is on my wish list. But if it's quite similar, then I don't know if I need it. Sometimes I find that the EDT can be a little bit more simplified. I feel like the EDP is already light enough for me to wear in the summer, so maybe I don't need the EDT. But you guys comment and let me know your thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe if you guys haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you know every time I release a new video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.